Hey, how's your blog coming? Are you posting regularly? Are you posting things that are interesting, that you know your potential audience is going to want to read? Are you posting in compelling language? Maybe in a way that's so engaging that some people will actually share or comment on your blog? And more importantly, are you writing about things that are related to the core idea, product, or service that you're trying to share, right, in the most authentic and abundant way possible with the world? It's a tall order. Here's the basic approach that we really think helps, that allows you to get your blog posts out there like clockwork, and at the very least make sure that there's not a time where a month goes by and there's no new date posts on your blog at all. Here's the approach. Make sure that you're writing one useful page a month for your website. For some of us, that's a tall order. There's lots of ways to find the answers to that, and we're, of course, happy to help with that. But let's say you can get it together to write 3 to 7 paragraphs once a month and post them somewhere on your web page, writing about topics that you know are really central to the interests of your potential customers. One easy way to fill in your blog post is to take that and excerpt it down, is to basically use like the first paragraph, change the wording up a little bit, but make sure it's still helpful and coherent in and of itself. Put that on your blog and say, if you want to read more about this, go back and look at that web page. Then you've got something to post. It relates to your core theme. It helps to supplement the SEO power of that web page you've put up. And it also has a link back to it, which will send both the robots back and it'll send the humans back to that web page, which is where you want them, hopefully, so that they pick up the phone and call you or follow through on your online ordering process or whatever it may be for you. That's good. And we generally say that you should have about 3 blog posts for every new web page you put up, more if there's a lot of really robust content. But of course, there's lots of ways to fill in the gaps. And really, since the fact is, very few of your customers are going to see more than just a few % of your posts, you almost can't overdo it. So if you've got a really powerful writer on staff, or you just have tons of content to share, don't be afraid to get it out there. If you've got the time, it doesn't take that long to get a blog post up. You should be doing it regularly. But besides just excerpting your web pages, you should also be thinking about this. What have your customers asked you over the years? What kinds of questions do they repeatedly ask you that you'd like them to have the answer to, both because that would make them a little bit more temperate or more persuaded customers before they even come to you, but also just because you're helping the world understand more about what you do. Answer those questions on your blog and do it over and over again in different ways. Most of us have a long list, but if you don't have any questions that your customers ask, maybe you've got a new business, then what you might want to consider doing is going out and finding other businesses like yours, and maybe they've addressed those questions online. Don't steal their stuff. We do not encourage that. But that might give you some ideas for questions that people are asking, and you might be able to answer them in ways that are more authentic to what you do. That can be very powerful because it also helps to distinguish you from your potential competition. We'd love to hear if you've hit any home runs on this. Otherwise, rock it out, keep writing those blog posts, and we wish you every success.